That's right. I joined the board at the start of the year when Nick Moak, CIO at the Wellcome Trust, stepped down. Obviously, I joined in the midst of the pandemic and a lockdown, so it was actually only recently that I got to meet the other board members in person. My whole career has been in the investment industry, where I've worked for the last 25 years. And this has been split roughly half working for large asset managers and half for an asset owner, the Church Commissioners. During my career, I've been fortunate enough to work across a broad range of asset classes, so fixed income, equities, as well as private markets like private equity, venture capital, and real estate. And it's this global perspective combined with my experience in responsible investment and ESG that I feel I can bring to the board discussions. I'm very passionate about the investment trust sector, so I was thrilled when I was asked to join the board. F&C is the world's oldest collective investment vehicle, and I see it as a real privilege to be involved with the trust, and it's something I'm very excited about. Well, the primary role of all board members is first and foremost to protect the interests of the shareholders. The board is responsible for appointing the manager, which in our case is BMO. They manage the assets on a day-to-day basis. We then hold the manager to account for their decisions and investment performance. The board has a broad range of skills and experience, which it brings to our discussions, acting, if you like, as a critical friend, offering both challenge and support to the manager. Investors and society as a whole are increasingly demanding not just good financial results, but also to better understand the real world impact that their investments make, particularly in terms of climate, which is obviously the E in ESG, and more recently as a result of events such as the pandemic, the impact on people, which is the S in ESG. The measurement of real world impact of portfolios is fairly new, but it's something that the board are committed to doing. And we now measure and report how our listed holdings support the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, also called the SDGs. BMO, our manager, is very well known for its ESG credentials and has been for more than 20 years. And this really ensures that we are genuinely authentic in what we say and do, and that is something that I think is very important. The Trust has made a clear commitment to net zero and aligning with the goals of the Paris Agreement, and we've been devoting more space within our annual report to explain what we are doing in this important area, and I would expect that trend to continue. I think investment trusts have a number of advantages over alternative investment products like unit trusts or funds, and these are often underappreciated. I'd like to highlight three. The first is that they give investors a convenient and cost-effective way to access a global portfolio across both public and private markets. And this ability to give shareholders exposure to exciting private companies is an important advantage. F&C has a long and successful track record of private market investing, and if measured over the long term, these private market investments have outperformed public markets, which has obviously been beneficial for shareholders. An investment trust structure can also add modest leverage through borrowings, which again can add to shareholder returns. And with interest rates still at historic low levels, we think this remains very attractive. And finally, investment trusts can deliver consistent and growing income, as they have the ability to distribute from revenue reserves. F&C has paid a dividend every year since 1868, and in every one of the last 50 years it has grown its dividend. Now that's despite recessions, the global financial crisis, and more recently the pandemic. And it's really a remarkable track record, which I know our shareholders value very highly. Now, getting this message across to current investors and the next generation of savers is very important, and it's why F&C are so committed to their financial education. And we have a number of initiatives aimed at helping young people build knowledge and confidence around the topics of money and saving. For example, like our schools roadshow and also the university competition.